know what is what.
Yeah, they're dead. They're all messed up.
This is Cult of the Living Dead.
You guys ready? So we can jump in?
Let's jump.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Cult of the Living Dead. This week marks the first week of the spooky season. And
Spooky season.
I want to suck your blood.
No.
We're starting off with the banger. We are watching, I guess if you guys didn't listen to last week's episode, so we're doing it a little differently. If you've been following us since last season, we did, we each picked a movie and then we did one foreign film to round out the spooky season. So this time we're doing all foreign films and we each picked a movie for the foreign film. So we're starting off with my selection. We watched Bring Her Back. This is a movie out of Australia. Both Twan and Say have seen it before. If you listened to our top 5 movies of 2025, they both raved about it. Twan had it in his top 5. Say, would you have put it in your top 5 if Twan didn't cover it?
Yeah.
So 2 top 5ers and spoiler alert. No, I'm just kidding. I'll save it for the end. So yeah, we watched Bring Her Back. As always, I am your host, The Dale, followed by my 2 co-hosts, Mr. Saya
Yo.
and Twan.
What up?
Welcome back, everybody, and first-time listeners. We are a cult movie podcast. We cover cult classics, B-movies, and horror. All of these opinions are subjective. None of us are academically trained in film critique, but enjoy the ride. All right. So Bring Her Back. This is the second movie by the Philippou. Is that how you pronounce their last name? The Philippou brothers?
Now say it in an Australian accent.
No, I don't know. Every time I try to do an Australian accent, it just ends up sounding Irish.
British.
Well,
Philippou.
British. Philippou.
Philippou.
Crikey.
That's not a knife. This
Dingo
is
ate
a
my baby.
Philippou.
Oh, man. That really happened, too.
The dingo?
Yeah, it did eat someone's baby.
I don't know why that always reminds me of Seinfeld. Because fucking what's her name? Damn. Lorraine?
Lorraine?
No. Lois? Fuck. What is her
Luann?
name? Julia Louise Dreyfus's character?
Yeah, I forget her name.
God.
L. Damn, I used to watch a lot of Seinfeld, too.
Same, bro. That is embarrassing.
We'll edit it. We'll
Luann? I don't know.
We'll make it seem like we know what we're talking about. Quick, someone Google it.
Seinfeld characters. Who the fuck?
It's not even on there.
Whoa. I didn't know Julia Louise Dreyfus was a Nepo baby.
Oh, who's their parents?
Richard Dreyfus and
duh. Yeah.
Elaine.
You're close. First
Yeah.
try. It always reminds me
it.
of Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder. He's like, you know that really happened? It's a national tragedy.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Nice.
Anyways, so it was made by the Philippou brothers, Michael and Danny, with Danny also being one of the writers.
Did you guys ever watch any of their like old school YouTube like horror comedy shit?
No, I'm a big YouTube guy, but I've never been much into like the YouTube short films. I know they're not YouTube short films. I feel like a lot of short films end up on YouTube.
Yeah.
Are they good?
I don't know, but I know that Talk to Me was like a spin-off or it was inspired by one of their like shorts that they had created together. So I do at some point in time want to try to take a look back to see their stuff. Nice. That's fucking awesome. That Ari Aster had a similar kind of start. Yeah, he had 2 shorts on YouTube. Bo, which became Bo's Afraid.
That's right.
And then there's something about the Johnsons, which is a very weird short.
check it out if you'd like, but it's odd.
I think I'm looking back right now at the Philippou's page on YouTube, the Raka Raka, and I see this one of Ronald McDonald, and I realize I've seen it before. Like I've seen this Ronald McDonald in a video,
Let me see.
where he's just causing all kinds of ruckus.
It's their YouTube page called Raka Raka.
Yeah, Raka Raka,
So like Rada Rada, but
RACKA, Raka Raka.
CK. Nice. Let's see.
Apparently, that's like what they go as. Like instead of being like the Philippou brothers,
Yeah.
like there's like the Cohen brothers. They
Yeah.
go by like Raka Raka. That's like their.
That's cool. I wonder if
Yeah.
that's
I have seen this fucking
yeah.
Ronald McDonald.
I wonder if that's an Australian thing or if it's just an inside thing for them. That's what they go by. Either way, cool stuff to see. Some like these are like new. This is new, right? Like I think these guys are 30, so they're like our age. Just doing some like new shit. So
That's crazy. That's cool.
Yeah, I definitely want to check out their YouTube videos now. I haven't seen the Ronald McDonald ones. I'll check those ones.
Well, I know that was a thing for a while, right? Like YouTube Shorts becoming like full length movies. Like, didn't they do that for what was that one where like they turned off the light switch and then you turn it
Lights
back
Out?
on? Lights
Yeah.
Out. Yeah. Did
Yeah.
that become a full length film?
Yep.
yeah.
They're also doing it for a new one, A24, the back
Oh,
rooms.
Backrooms. That one is gonna
Yeah.
be so crazy. There's so much lore in that. A24 picking it up is just gonna be so nuts to watch.
Another tangent now that talking about A24, but it looks like A24 is going to lead the charge in winning out the bidding for Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
That is very cool.
Let's go A24.
That is
Let's
very
see.
cool.
Let's see what they do with it.
All right. Let's get back to it. So, like I said, it was written by Danny Philippou and Bill Hinsman, who also worked on Talk to Me, their feature-length film that you guys all saw, right?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't
Yep.
seen that, but it's definitely on my list. I know you guys said that you think this movie and Talk to Me are just as good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this movie was pretty cool. So I'm interested to check out Talk to Me. The music was by Cornell Wilzik. He also worked on Talk to Me, and he did the music for Together. So that's cool. The two movies this
shit.
year. Yeah.
Nice. Together had a pretty cool soundtrack. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's also on my list. I want to watch that one. It stars Andy, who's played the character Andy's played by Billy Barrett. He was in Craven the Hunter. We have Laura, played by Sally Hawkins. She was in The Shape of Water and Wonka. Sally Hawkins was great in this movie. We have Piper, who's played by Sora Wong, and this is her first movie, which is crazy because she also did a great job. Billy Barrett did a great job in this movie too. We have Kathy, who's played by Misha Haywood, and Phil, played by Stephen Phillips, and Oliver, played by Jonah Wren Phillips. The acting in this movie was phenomenal. I didn't look it up, but was Sora Wong actually blind, like in real life, or she was just playing a blind person? Do you guys know?
She was born with coloboma and microphthalmia. I fucking butchered the shit out of that, but it leaves her with like limited sight. Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty sick to see this in her first like this was her first thing, you know?
Yeah, no, she crushed it.
Yeah.
It was great in this movie. I thought the acting in particular was great.
Yeah.
Was Sally Hawkins, is she the main person in The Shape of Water?
You know,
I think so.
Right? Because I've seen her in a bunch of stuff. Yeah, that is her. Yeah, she's the main person. She's the star. I think she was nominated. Was she nominated for an Oscar for this movie? She should be nominated for an Oscar for this movie. But horror movies don't really get a lot of recognition from the Academy, unfortunately.
yeah.
All right. Shall we go through the synopsis?
Synopsize it. Synop it up.
Synopsisize it? All right, I kept this one. This one's pretty short. So, Bring Her Back opens with teenage siblings Andy and Piper discovering their father dead in the shower. Too young to live on their own, they're placed in the care of Laura, a grieving foster mother whose daughter Kathy died tragically. Laura is also fostering Oliver, a strange, silent boy. At first, Laura seems warm but fragile, clinging to VHS tapes of cult like resurrection rituals. Slowly, her obsession with bringing her daughter back from the dead seeps into the children's lives. Andy tries to protect Piper, but Laura manipulates and undermines him. The rituals escalates. Locks of hair are taken, whispered prayers, and a sickly presence of something not quite human in the house. The climax forces a devastating choice. What price is worth paying for love? And what happens when grief devours everything?
Nice.
Hell yeah. Short, sweet, to the point.
Yeah, that was good.
I think you guys slightly overhyped this movie, but then didn't overhype it at the same time. Because I was expecting this movie to be, to me personally, as scary as Hereditary. And I honestly didn't think this movie was that scary. I think it's more, even though like it has the whole like ritualistic aspect and it starts off like with that gnarly like Russian VHS tape. I was like, yo, this movie's gonna be like nuts. But then I feel like it brings it back a little bit and like kind of tones down the horror. And it's more about like this lady just like unraveling like psychologically, and like that's kind of what you're dealing with.
Yeah.
So I think it has the Hereditary. It's related in the sense, like the acting and the like storytelling is superb, but I don't think it hit the same level as scariness. Like Hereditary, like legitimately scares me. I get anxious watching that movie. Where this movie, I feel like was more on the psychological side, bordering a thriller even, but still scary enough, but not Hereditary levels of scary, but still very good.
I think I agree. It's definitely, it doesn't have like as much horror as Hereditary does, but I think the horror that I saw in it was having to watch these kids go through all of this ridiculous shit. I mean, towards the end, you know, once Andy like figures out what's going on, and then Laura, you know, Laura does what Laura does to him, and then Piper finds out after, like all of that was just like holy shit. Like I was, the tension was so high. And that was, all of that was really dope. But yeah, I agree. It's not like super horror. We get like the mention of like a demon at one point in time, kind of.
But I think she says like
It's like really fast.
and isn't Oliver, in her opinion, like I remember she says he's possessed by an angel. Yeah. I
Yeah.
thought that was interesting because they never full on say that it was like a demonic possession.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, is he possessed by an angel? That's interesting. That's an interesting take on possession.
Yeah.
Because angels perform miracles in the Bible all the time.
I mean, it reminded me of Midnight Mass when she said that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
For our listeners who haven't seen Midnight Mass, it's a pretty dope show about an angel that comes into a town and does angel shit to the town. I don't want to say like too much without ruining it. I mean, it's been a few years. I don't know if I should or not, but that's another like wild interpretation of an angel coming in.
Mike Flanagan's magnum opus, in my opinion.
Magnum opus. Okay.
I think it's his best show.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Yeah,
I think Haunting of Hill House, first 9 episodes, amazing. Episode 10 dropped it a point for me. So this is just a bully ghost, man. We don't even like this ghost. Like, what? That's the ending? The ghost is just a dick? And all the other ghosts are just kind of like, yeah, dude, fuck this ghost. You guys are chill. Actually, we don't mind you living here. It's this bitch that's the problem. I was like, oh, okay. They made it funny. But I thought Midnight Mass is crazy. What do you think, Twan, on the comparison between Hereditary and Bring Her Back?
Yeah, spoiler alert. Watching this movie a second time, I definitely have a different view on it. It's definitely not as scary as Hereditary. I'd say it dials down the horror elements, but it definitely turns up the grief.
Yes, that's a good point. Yeah.
So it's a different movie from Hereditary. I feel, and like making that comparison, isn't doing either of the movies justice because they're both, so great on their own. But yeah, I definitely think Hereditary leans more into the scariness, like the horrors of grief, whereas this movie is just it's just in your face with the grief. I mean, from the jump, we're just supposed to feel bad for these kids, and I don't know where I'm going with this, but it after watching it again, I don't think it's fair to make that comparison. Um, I think they're just two totally different movies.
But I think it they are different movies for sure. But I think that this is another example of another movie that brings horror in along with like a drama, and it does it so well. I also think you mentioned about horror, about like grief being like the central point of this movie, and it definitely is. And I think because of that grief that like Laura is feeling throughout the whole movie, it forces her to do all of these horrific shit. Like she kidnaps a child, puts a demon in him, and then she's gonna try to feed him to. She's gonna try to feed this random girl to this demon while also fucking up Andy's life like altogether. You know what I mean? Like there's like so
Yeah.
much. It's so wound up, and she's doing it all out of grief. Like I feel like yeah, it's not fair to like say that Hereditary like compare it to Hereditary because I think Hereditary hits so many other levels beyond it that go like a little more deeper into more horror. Like we see like the real demon like come out at the very end. But I think it's still there. Like this movie is still I think it's still like up there.
I agree with both your points. I think the comparison is fair in the sense that they do follow similar themes of grief. I think you're both right. Like Hereditary leans more into the horror aspect of it, and it's more like more of the grief of like family trauma, like a generational trauma,
Mm-hmm.
and where this movie leans into like Grease more on like the micro, or the other one's more on the macro. So it's
Hmm.
like very like in your face, raw. Like both these people just lost people. They're both in very delicate, like emotional states. Where the other one, they're trying to get over being having like a messed up childhood, and then like dealing with like loss and stuff. So I think that the comparison is justified because they have like similar themes, and I think they're both equal, pretty equal in the quality of movie that you're getting. And I feel like that says a lot about this movie because I think most people's opinion, aside from what was that magazine, Twan, that said that ScarJo movie was number one?
Uh, um, uh, Hollywood Reporter.
The Hollywood Reporter. I think most
Yeah.
people outside of the Hollywood Reporter would agree that Hereditary is probably the best horror movie to come out, if not top three in like the past 15 years, 20 years even. So, and I would put Bring Her Back also up there in the top 10 for sure. So I think they're different, but they're also similar.
Yeah.
And I love that the movie, this is hard to do, and is that I mean the movie only focuses on like three characters in the entire film,
Mm-hmm.
and they all just do such a stellar job. Like I don't know about you guys, like, but like it's kind of hard to not sympathize with Laura a little bit because you know what she's going through, but then at the same time, like you see like all this grief and stuff, and she becomes like a legit Hannibal Lecter level like manipulator, is preying on these children. She just wanted Piper, and it's like, okay, well, I don't want to split up the kids. So she like immediately like comes up with the plan, like, all right, how am I gonna make this her brother seem like a crazy person so I can isolate Piper, and then I could sacrifice her or whatever. Like that whole like jump was fucking crazy. I don't know. Do you think that Laura's sympathetic at all?
She does it like off the rip too, like night one or the morning after night one when Andy wakes up, he looks down and he like already peed on himself, but then we find out later it wasn't really him. So she kind of like immediately does like she came up with that plan so fast.
Like immediately. It's like I think
Mhm.
it's because she weaponizes because we learn later that she was a counselor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she's probably knows that like, oh, when people are dealing with stuff like children in particular, like these things can happen. So
Mhm.
she's like, cool, let me just weaponize that against Andy.
Yeah. What was the question? Can you repeat?
Oh, do you guys think you can sympathize with her character due to what she's going through? Because it's a very simple question. Like, would you sacrifice people to bring back someone you love? Like she's essentially sacrificing this child that honestly she doesn't know
Yeah.
Yeah.
to bring back her daughter.
Yeah. Go.
You answered, bro.
I
Elaborate.
thought you were gonna answer. I thought we both answered at the same time, just opposite sides of the spectrum. Um, yeah, I think I could definitely sympathize with her. I felt some pretty hard grief before losing some like really close family members, and that shit's so rough in the very beginning stages when you don't move beyond, you know, the grief or like yeah, once you if you don't move beyond that, it's so hard to like see anything else other than that. So I get it, but it was super fucked up. Like the I mean, we do see at the end, like she finally has like a moment of like clarity and like empathy, which was nice. But everything leading up to that, all the decisions that she made were just so like so hard, but she was already so locked in at that point in time, you know? I want to know how she got there. Like how did
Right?
she figure this out?
Like how did she get that tape?
Yeah.
Like how did she know?
Yeah.
Like did she know Russian? Like how did she figure out that that was even a thing?
Yeah.
What do you think, Twan? Sympathize, don't sympathize because you sacrifice this a grieving child who just lost their Faja.
See, like it's tough because I don't think I'll ever be able to experience the type of love that she had for her daughter because a parent's love is different from anything else. That's like an extension of you. You know, if you're a good parent, like there's bad parents out there that don't give a shit about their kids, but if you're a good parent and you love your child, that's that's your everything. That's your world. I don't have a child. I don't know what that love is. Like I love my parents. I love my my siblings. Love you dudes. But like personally, I don't think I would go to that extreme, you know, kidnapping someone, doing a crazy ritual. Like that is intense level of grief. But who knows? Again, it's hard to say because I don't know that love. And you know, seems like she had some sort of real connection with her daughter, so much so that she went and did all this crazy shit. But yeah, she gets a little bit of sympathy because grief is a fucking so hard to deal with sometimes. And if you don't have people around you to help guide you through some of those rough times, you could easily go down into this deep dark hole and start doing things that that you're not really thinking about. You're just acting on emotion. So yeah, I mean, I I can sympathize with her, but not with the actions that she took to uh get over that grief that she had.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I had the same kind of sentiment. Like I don't have kids, but I don't know if I ever will have kids, but it's like yeah, I don't know if I would go through those things, but I don't know if it's explained in the movie. It's just dawned on me. Because she's a single parent. Do they ever say whatever happened to Kathy's dad? Like, did he die too,
Hmm.
or was he just out of the picture?
Not even
Because
mentioned.
like if she lost
Uh,
her husband and then she loses her daughter,
Hmm.
like that's all she has left. Like
Yeah.
I can understand. I guess I don't agree with it, but I can understand the lengths that she goes to. Because yeah, you're right. I kind of forgot. Like yeah, she kidnaps Oliver, puts a fucking something in him, demon, angel, monster, whatever the fuck, inside this poor boy. He's all fucked up, fucking eating countertops and shit. And then and then like uses her influence to finagle a kid who just lost their dad so that she can perform some kind of ritual after like gaining her trust and shit. like Piper really believed that like Laura was like loved her and like was like this great person, and like she manipulated her enough to like make her doubt her brother. Like, damn.
Yeah.
Like she turned on I don't know if she turned on her brother, but she was like, well, I guess, yeah, I guess our brother's being a dick. And it's just like, was he a dick before? He hit you when he was 8, but he's 17 now. So that was a while ago. I don't know, but she master manipulated. So
Yeah, there was so much premeditation in Laura's planning. I think one moment that hit really hard because I had only seen this movie once and I saw it in theaters, and then this was my second time watching. But a moment that hit really hard for me was in the beginning. I think like on day 2 of them being in there, Laura's outside and she's painting a like a little white piece on the in the pool. And then in the very end of the movie, once she tries to enact her full plan, you see that white piece submerged, and that was the line that she needed to have in order to do what she needed to do. So like she'd been planning this out for like so long. Every single thing was like meticulously calculated. And just watching that again was like, holy shit, like this lady was willing to she was gonna do anything and everything that she could do to bring her back.
Another thing that just kind of dawned on me, like she just took the body of her daughter from the morgue. Like you
no,
could just check it out like a book.
I don't think you
I don't
can.
think you could do that. No, she probably dug it
Grave
up or
robbed or
something.
something,
Yeah.
yeah. But I mean, I don't know. I guess this could be a plot hole. I don't know laws in Australia, but I think if like a body gets like grave robbed, like here in the States, they tell the bereaved,
Hmm.
like, hey, unfortunately, like this happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, they
So
did that in
like,
Hereditary.
yeah, that's right. They do that in Hereditary because they're like with the grandma's body goes missing.
Yeah.
So
Huh.
like, you think so? Like, I don't know how it goes, but I feel like you would be like, did the mom take the daughter's body? Like, did she? His grief makes people do crazy things. So, but who knows? But just kept in that big ass fucking chest freezer, giving chest freezers a bad name.
Why? Ow! Why?
Why they always back to back movies? Spoiler alert for
Dude,
Terrified. There's also a body in that fucking chest freezer.
right? An
People
unearthed body.
people are addicted to putting bodies in chest freezers.
I
Good
mean, it's
place.
a good place. Yeah.
Oh,
Gonna say.
so I used to work at an animal hospital, and
Oh no,
if
not the
I'm
cocker
gonna
spaniel in the freezer.
gonna shed some light to some of the backdoor antics that happen, but uh as a clinic, we got X amount of euthanasias on a weekly basis, and you gotta put them somewhere, and they don't pick them up every day. There's a giant fucking freezer just full of bodies at your local animal clinic.
That's crazy.
Well, damn.
I mean, that makes sense, but
Yeah.
what are you gonna do?
Ah, man, it's tough.
Good
Yeah.
stuff.
It's the what do you call them? Chest freezer?
Chest freezer, yeah.
It's the move. It's the move for bodies.
For
I'm
better
gonna
or
have a
worse,
chest
it's the move.
freezer, but it's just filled with like broth and like a big bag of frozen vegetables.
I'm always gonna question what's in there now.
There's definitely gonna be meat for sure. It's my meat freezer.
Kind of meat. That's the
Kind of
question.
meat.
Depends on what's on sale at Costco. It's usually chicken. So where would you put Sally Hawkins's where would you put her at in the pantheon of horror villains? I feel like she's the main star of the movie for sure, which I think is kind of cool. I love that the movie is like mostly told from the perspective of the villain,
Hmm.
and I think Andy is probably like the B plot. I would think. I actually don't know, but it feels like Sally Hawkins is the main character. Where would you
Yeah.
put her in the pantheon of horror villains? Is she up there with King Payman with Colette Tony Collette's performance in Hereditary?
Hmm. No. Only because this is a one-off movie, and I know King Payman's a one-off, but King Payman was literally fucking with generations of a family. Whereas this, we I so Sally's the main villain,
Or Laura, yeah.
or Laura. Yeah, I don't think she's an icon, or we're not calling her an icon, but yeah, well, fuck, man, I don't know, because we called Payman an icon. I wouldn't call her an icon. If Payman's an icon, she's not an icon for some reason. And let me think about that a little bit more. But
Well,
that's my answer.
didn't Payman get like bumped out because
Yeah,
he,
we
he
got
was
bumped
he
out
was
by
like he was 5, but
he was
but
tied
there
with
was another one that was
Pazuzu.
5. Yeah,
Oh
Pazuzu
yeah,
was
he
5.
was tied
Yeah,
with Pazuzu.
yeah,
Yeah, we
yeah.
said Pazuzu like bodies Payman.
Yeah, it was more on a technicality.
We
But
we
I
went on the hierarchy of the demon realm, and we're like, well, technically Pazuzu's ranked higher, so
yeah, he got outclassed.
If we're putting uh Laura in this list, then I feel like we would have to also put the lady from Drag Me to Hell. I feel like they're like in the same level. I don't
Well,
know.
well, I didn't necessarily mean like what we'd rank her in our icons list. Like, do you think Sally Hawkins's like performance as Laura
hmm.
is up there with Tony Collette as I forget
Oh,
her
because
character.
like her performance, like
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
Performance?
yeah.
Because I feel like Sally, like Laura's character is. I would put her in like a separate category than our top 10. Maybe we should do a separate category, like up there with the chick from Misery and like Hannibal Lecter, even like these non supernatural like horror villains.
Jack Torrance.
Yeah, a little bit
Yeah,
more grounded.
yeah,
Yeah.
these grounded, more psychological horror people as opposed to like a xenomorph. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah, I agree. I think different list. She was good, but she could have been better because it was real sloppy in the end. You know?
Definitely, she was definitely not
Hmm.
like a killer at heart. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she wasn't. She was. She
Yeah.
was a mom who just wanted to be a mom again. Um,
She could drink though. Holy shit, did they put down? Killed like 2 bottles.
yeah, as she could. And she was still cognizant enough to do all the normal shit that she had to do to try to fuck up Andy.
I literally wrote it down. I'm like, did she just like sober up immediately? Like, what the fuck happened?
Huh.
Just drinking water. This is not
Right.
actual
Yeah.
vodka.
She wasn't actually drinking.
She's taking water shots.
And just she was pouring from the same bottle that everyone else was pouring from.
Yeah, no, she's just they're built different in Australia.
She's just a tank.
Yeah.
They fucking pound in Australia. But back to the question. Yeah, would you say she was as good as Tony Collette?
I think Tony Collette did it a little bit better. No, I'm not trying to put down Sally Hawkins. I think that she did amazing in this movie, but I think there's a little bit more range by Tony Collette in Hereditary.
That's a good point. That's a
Because
good point.
because we see it from the beginning of like mild grief when her mom dies to like extreme grief
Charlie.
when Charlie dies. I think that was just that was so well done. Not to say that again, Sally did a really good job. Sally Hawkins did a really good job in this movie as Laura, because we do still see that grief in there, but it's a little different. I think she's constantly living in the grief. And it doesn't necessarily change her acting too much. Like she's just weird like all the way through the fucking thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was I agree 100%. Because we already jumped right into like her being balls deep in the grief that she's in, whereas Tony Collette, yeah, it was a process, and we saw like a through line from beginning to end in her decline, whereas Laura, it was just like, this is where she's at.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you jump into like the mind of a madman, where Tony Collette, you see her like her psyche being broken down through like an entire movie, and it just crescendos with fucking King Payman.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I do think Sally Hawkins deserves her flowers. I don't know if Toni Collette was nominated for an Oscar for Hereditary. If she wasn't, one of the greatest snubs of all time. I mean, whether she should have won or not is up for debate. But she definitely, I think, should have got a nomination. I think we did learn that she was nominated. I don't remember because she was nominated for The Sixth Sense.
She was so good in that one too.
She's a Great actress.
She's fucking awesome.
Mhm.
Well, she's a sleeper, like really good actress that like a lot of people don't really talk about. And she isn't in like a lot of stuff, but when she hits, she hits.
Yeah.
But I hope Sally Hawkins gets a little recognition. I don't know how much of a like critical response Bring Her Back got, and like I feel like for the Oscars, it's either like really popular movies get nominated or really niche movies get nominated.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's unfortunate, but I don't think she's gonna get nominated for her performance, which sucks because yeah, she's well deserving. She knows how to fucking play grief.
Well, maybe Bring Her Back will get the foreign film nomination. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I feel like we gushed over her enough. What did you guys think of the kids? I think we talked about Piper and Andy, and we can expand on her. But I think Jonah Wren Phillips as Oliver.
Hmm.
Man, that kid, for having basically no speaking lines, he played a good creepy little monster dude.
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
He has a good stare. You
He
know.
does. Yeah.
And then he
Yeah.
has like a fucking like mega mind fucking forehead.
Fuck.
Unfair to him because he had a full ass head of hair before he got
I know,
kidnapped.
for real.
Yeah,
The dude
he
had
did.
like look like a surfer dude, and they
Yeah.
just fucking shaved him bald.
That kid he's a good menacing kid. He was a good figure
Yeah.
or shape.
I love the slow burn of him. He's kind of the timer that we get for like when shit's about to pop off.
Mhm.
Because he goes from being like quiet and meek to like progressively like
Hungry.
hungry. Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
He's just I loved it.
I also like that everything that happens to him, like we see it on his body, and so by the end of the movie, like he's like the gash on
That was
his
fucking crazy.
yeah, the gash on his lip is still there later on, but it's like so much more deteriorated and it looks like infected, like he's just all fucked up by the end of it, and it's because it just continues and he just keeps on going and going. That scene was hard to watch, even the
I don't-
second time around.
Dude.
I don't want to like. I want people to see it. This movie's relatively new. But yeah, the kitchen scene was fucking crazy.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just got chills thinking about it. Literal chills right now.
Yeah.
Like nails on a fucking chalkboard chills.
Yeah.
That scene was fucking nuts. That scene and when he bites the countertop,
Mm-hmm.
both those scenes, I was like, oh shit. Like it was slow burn with the horror, but like when they started picking it up, it got
Aggressive.
yeah, it was very raw.
Yeah.
And I respect that. I was a little afraid as his hunger grows and it becomes apparent like oh he's going to be a problem. Like he's like you have to like point his hunger somewhere or else he's just going to eat everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh no, don't tell me like this is just going to turn into like Oliver's off the chain. We got to team up and take out Oliver movie. But it didn't. It didn't. He just kind of like I don't know. He gets full and then like he's just kind of moping around with his big old beer belly.
Yeah.
And then it's back to like Laura being a psychopath.
Well, he does try to he tries to eat Piper. Remember at the very end? Like after she leaves Laura in the pool and she's like trying to like get out, Oliver comes over and he's like trying to attack Piper, and then Piper does a groin kick and then she's able to like escape.
That's right. That's right. Piper was tough as fuck.
She was for
Yeah.
Playing that like blind dodgeball game. I
yeah.
don't know what that was.
All bomb, dude. She has a sixth sense.
Yeah, dude, she was wrecking people. She nailed that dude.
Yeah, she did.
I like how they play with like a mask. It's like she's fucking blind. Like, is that necessary? I mean, it looked cool.
Dude, it's to heighten all of her other senses. She could
I guess
sense
that's true.
Ooh.
the air change around her when
That's
the balls
true.
were coming.
The
She knew it.
Matrix shit.
Yeah.
It's like the vibrations in the air has changed.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happens to Andy, dude? Oh, that one got me.
He didn't need to go out like that, man. That was
Damn.
yeah.
Ah,
He's such a good brother.
He was a really good brother.
Like from the jump, he's like, this lady's fucking weird.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he called it from the very beginning. I think that's why I like these movies by the Philippous. Uh but they're just really fucked up movies.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna go through a whole journey of emotions that it's not just like horror. It's like actual like sadness that you're like feeling for these characters because you get so attached to everyone that's in it. That is the main focal point of the movie. I mean, I felt a little bit at the end, like I felt sad for Laura too, right? Because like after everything that she's gone through, like we see her in that final scene, how they find her in the pool, but like they really do such a fantastic job of creating these characters in a way that you really like feel for them all the way through. So that scene of um when Andy and Laura have their like final interaction, like that was so heavy.
It
It
was
was.
such a terrible way to go out.
Mm-hmm.
And just like, like you said, we're meant to like Andy throughout, and then for him to go out the way that he did was just so hard to watch.
Yeah.
And again, I don't know if this is like an Australian thing. I could be wrong. I could be wrong here in the States. But when they do these wellness checks here in the States, don't they usually have like a sheriff or something go with them? Don't they usually have at least a cop, like
Mm-hmm.
a patrol officer or something? Like they're not just going by themselves in this like potentially like dangerous situation.
Yeah. But
So,
that might just be
but you know what?
like a us thing, you know?
But it could also be I forgot she used to work there, and
Oh
was
yeah.
it Sally or
They're
what
giving her
was
the
it?
benefit of
What
the
was
doubt.
the social worker's name? I think was it Sally?
Wendy.
Wendy. She was giving her the benefit of the doubt because like when he
Yeah.
came in, he's like, dude, she has this fucking kid. Like she kidnapped this kid.
Hmm.
He said his name's Oliver, and she's like, oh, that's her nephew. It's like I don't fucking know who that kid is, but it ain't this dude.
Yeah.
And then she was like, fine, fuck it, I gotta check it out.
Yeah.
Man, that scene, like that from that, because it was a pretty slow burn, and I feel like it was the movie was creepy. It's like really good acting. Like this lady's fucking crazy, and then from that point on, like the last 20 minutes, it like really kicked it up a notch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was and it was a quick like hour 40-minute watch.
Mm-hmm.
Love
The
it.
perfect, perfect pacing, amazing.
Yeah, it can be done.
It can be, I can be, and I think it's interesting because it's such a stark. I think we'll get into it. I guess
Spoiler alert.
later when we talk about Terrifier, about how Terrified how to do a slow burn right. But
Mm.
um, this I
Look,
think I think the pacing in this movie was incredible.
I feel like if you can't if you can't tell a horror story within an hour and 45 minutes, it's probably a little too long.
Yeah, like Steamboat, Along the Tooth, which was fun. It was a
Yeah.
good movie, but it was a little on the long side. So, what do you think? We've been touching on it, I guess, most of the film. But what do you think hits harder, the moments of grief in this movie, or the horror shocks? Because one thing that really sticks out to me, that we get a quick flash of, is when we see when Piper's when trying to like resurrect her dad, and she's got the like throw up and shit like all
Mm.
over her face, and like she's trying to give him was it mouth to mouth
Yeah.
resuscitation?
Yeah.
Like that was tough. That was heavy.
Yeah.
And then when we see Laura, um, like the VHS does double duty. Like at first, it's we just see her watching the cult shit and because like studying the film. She's watching the all 22 on how to like resurrect and murder children. And then she switches over to like watching like family videos and like just like watching her daughter and like just living in this grief and not really allowing herself to process it and not get over it, but just like I think process. I think she's stuck. I feel
Yeah.
like those scenes it was just like they just hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I for me personally, the body horror aspect of it hit so much harder, and it was just so memorable. And I like Saya saw this movie in theaters, and the audience reaction to that kitchen scene
Oh my god. Oh, I got chills
was
again.
fucking insane. Like the entire theater was like, oh, like in unison, like all of us just, oh my god, like what the fuck? And I don't know. You can't you can't replicate that. Watching it again at home, it didn't hit as hard. Um, but I was still able to like it still took me back to that moment in the theater. So whenever I think about this movie, I think about that scene. That scene stuck with me. It's gonna forever stick with me. And I think because of that, that's why the horror the body horror element of it just shined through a little bit more than the grief for me.
I like that you tangent real quick. I like that you pointed out like how when you watch a movie in movie theaters, it just upgrades the experience.
Definitely.
Because I yeah, I love that. I felt that same thing when we went to go watch Eddington, or and then I saw Eddington again with a different crowd of people. And it just didn't hit like specific beats of the movie, just were received different. Um, yeah, go to the movies, people. Go check out more movies. I think yeah, the body horror definitely hits, but I think for me, like the grief portions hit a little bit harder because there's so much. It's not at by the end of the movie, it's not even just um Laura's grief. I think we end up seeing like Piper's grief when she finds her brother like in the bathroom for a little bit, you know? Like that was super fucked up too. Like all of these different points. I think in this movie, what makes it a little bit different than The Conjuring, the way I received this one is that I like the I like the emotional aspect of it and like how hard it hits mixed in with some of like the body horror. It's not really like a supernatural paranormal like horror that we see in The Conjuring, which is I mean in Hereditary, which is really dope. But I like the more like heavy.
I was gonna say, I was like, damn, this is like completely polar opposite than the Conjuring.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, different movie. I think I really like the heavy like drama portion that was in it, like the grief and the loss. All those emotions get rolled up into this movie, along with all of this other wild body horror that's going on at the same time.
Yeah, I agree actually. With both your points, I feel like these type of movies too, like even if you can't see it in the theater, I feel like horror movies in particular are better experienced with people. I think you
Yeah,
having those reactions. Like I was home alone when I watched this movie and saw that kitchen scene and just mouthing like, "Oh shit!" like to yourself. It's like,
yeah,
dang, it
Yeah.
still
You,
got me.
you
But
look
like,
around, you're like, did
yeah,
anyone else see that?
like that
Oh
was
no,
fucked
just
up.
me? Well, fuck.
Exactly. Or even like when Laura gets bit and it like just rips that skin off and you just see the
mm-hmm.
muscles and the ligaments popping out. You're just like, oh shit. I was like, fucking just ripped a piece of jerky off her fucking arm. Like that was crazy. But I forgot about when Piper finds her brother's body.
Yeah.
Also, like, not to sound ableist, but I think another knock on Laura, like she gets her ass kicked by some blind kid. Come on, Laura. You gotta like step your game up, bro. Like she's visually impaired. Like she just like bodies her like immediately. Like if it wasn't for her running into that pole, who knows what would have happened?
Yeah, I now that you point that out, there was a scene I think in that within that same like 5-10 minutes of Laura and Piper coming back home, we see a shot from above of them walking inside the house, and there's blood all over the floor because of what she had just done. And it hits so hard because it's like, damn, like there's all this brutality around her. She has no idea what the fuck is going on, and she's walking into this like trap. Um, but in the end, good prevails. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's why she's not on that top horror list. She could have done way better. It got real sloppy, you know.
Mhm.
So
She's not a natural born killer.
no, she's not. She wasn't.
So how do you guys feel about the horror aspect? So we talked about the body horror, But like, what do you think about the supernatural? Did you want more? Would you prefer it to be, or prefer it to be like a little bit more like ambiguous? One thing that I thought the horror was done well. One thing I think would have been interesting to do is for you to never get the answer as to whether or not the ritual would have worked or not. I feel like that would have provided an interesting twist onto it.
Mm-hmm.
But again, like I guess it's what convinces Laura because she saw the tape and she's like, "Holy shit, this works!" Like, but I do like that we get just like little tidbits of it. But at the same time, I love me some lore. A more fleshed out version, I wouldn't be mad at if they wanted to expand upon. Maybe not like a bring her back too, but in a similar vein, I think would be interesting to see.
Yeah. But if you're putting like a demon or angel into someone and then having that eat the body of your like deceased family member, like, are you really bringing them back? Like, what are you actually bringing back?
Or
You
like
know?
like she didn't watch the full tape, and then like
Yeah.
at the end credits, you see like with the dude's hugging his girl, like she just like breaks his neck or something, and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, now that's out in the world.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So like what
Damn.
would it have worked? You know, like maybe it would have for like a minute, but it wouldn't have really have been
Like, what did you bring
the
back?
person. Yeah, it wouldn't have been the person that you would have brought back. Do I want more horror? I think I wanted like a little bit more. I mean, just after Talk to Me, like that movie was. I think that movie was the horrors turned up like so much more. Um,
I've read that one's more of a horror comedy. Is that true? Or is it more just like a straight up horror movie?
is there funny parts
Horror
in that?
comedy.
Is there funny parts in that movie? I'm trying to think of if I laughed.
Maybe between the dialogue of the kids, like
'Cause
because
it's like-
they're
yeah.
teenage kids.
Because they're
Yeah.
doing like a Ouija board hand or some shit, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember the trailer for this one.
I guess yeah. That's only like a small portion of the movie. Everything else after that just gets so dark. Like there's
Okay.
yeah. And that's only like in the beginning, what, like 15 minutes?
Yeah.
And-
Oh, it just like pops off immediately.
Yeah.
Well,
Don't tell me.
it's
Don't
pretty
tell me.
fast.
I want to watch it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'll be my next movie review.
I think
That'll come out in December.
I think
Fuck.
I think after watching Talk to Me and then switching over to Bring Her Back, I think I wanted a little bit more horror. I think we kind of get like small tidbits of like supernatural shit that kind of happen in this movie too. But I think for what this movie really is, I think it's more about like family and manipulation and like loss and grief. I think that it was a good amount. I think the main focus there was like how at what point in time does wanting to like fix your grief become like a really toxic thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I think what we saw was was a good amount. I think it worked.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I enjoyed the amount of horror in it. I think if there was more, it would take away from the grief, and we might have gotten like a longer movie. I think they did a fucking bang up job with the movie as a whole. Like it had just the right amount of horror, good amount of grief, body horror. The pacing was good. The runtime was great. Yeah, I really wouldn't change too much about the movie. So I feel like it was the right amount.
I think that's the last of my questions. I think that's a good transition point. But do you guys have anything else in the movie that you wanted to touch on?
What was this? Was this a Jewish horror movie?
What do you mean?
Like
Was it
drag me to hell?
like the demon? Like what kind of
Like,
demon was it?
Yeah, what was it? Was it based in Judaism?
I don't know. I think it's Slavic because it's in Russian. So I would think it's Eastern Catholic horror,
Yeah.
horror and Eastern Catholic. If I remember my religious history correctly, Eastern Catholic is the old school version of Catholicism before it split
Hmm.
into like the was it like the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit are all the same being. The Eastern version has them as separate beings but equal, but still there's only one God. But in the traditional Catholic, it's like no, there's only one God and they're all the same person. If I remember correctly. It's weird. I could be wrong. But I think as they're speaking in Russian, it's gotta be
Yeah.
a Christian demon. I
Well,
think there's a
'cause
lot of Jews in Russia.
she has the Star of David tattooed on her hand, and it's like
Oh,
made visible
I didn't catch that.
throughout the film, and I just asking questions.
Oh,
Well, that
interesting.
that makes me think then that like even more of a reason to like show how far someone would be willing to go to,
Mm.
or she's willing to go
Oh.
to do this. Like she's going outside of her normal like realm of thought
It's up
into
to
like
J-Man.
this most like extreme viewpoint, you know.
That's interesting. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
That's cool. Good catch.
Yeah, I did not see the Star of David. How'd I miss that?
Because you're blind, bro. You get
Yeah,
your
man, I could have
glasses.
just not been looking at her
It's
hands.
just like she has the fucking Mi Vida Loca fucking tattooed on her hand. This chick is crazy. What is that blotch?
That's
It's
so
a big
funny.
ass mole.
A lot of people had weird moles. Like Oliver had that thing on his face. Like everyone was getting fucked up. He had like that.
I don't
The
think. I don't think.
birthmark?
Yeah, I don't think.
birthmark.
I thought those were like demon marks because that in the
In
video,
the picture, he doesn't have it.
yeah, and in the video,
Yeah.
there's another girl who has that same like
Oh,
mark
you're right.
after doing the ritual.
shit.
The mark of the beast.
Yeah, the mark of the demon, or angel,
Interesting.
depending on your point of view.
Oh yeah. I do like her interpretation of it being an angel. I found that to be very interesting. Because angels in the Bible are they'll fuck you up. They're
Yeah,
not
dude.
super chill. They will fuck you up.
I mean, I think it still goes back to like how twisted you could become when you're on a mission that you think is going to be good, but like in retrospect, third party point of view, this is not a good mission. You know what I mean? But like you can like weaponize these ideas that are going to help make you feel better about what you're doing, but in reality, like it's still like a fucked up situation, you know. I know I've mentioned Midnight Mass a couple times, but I feel like that's to me like that was that's a good like parallel of like this creature came into town, or this priest finds a creature and then he brings it into town and he's like, oh, this is good for us. But in like retrospect, when you look at it, you know, this was not a good creature. But I think that just shows like how far Laura was from any type of like real good solid train of thought. Like she was like, this is going to help us, but it wasn't really going to help. I mean, I guess it would have helped her in some type of way, but she still would have murdered other people, right? She did murder other people.
The crazy part is too, yeah, she murdered all these people. I'd say she was successful in bringing her daughter back, and then what? Her daughter's brought back to the dead, or her mom like rots in jail because she would have got caught. She like murdered a social worker and like 3 children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that Piper at the end of the movie is gonna still live with that same like grief and loss, or do you think that potentially like she's able to like move on? Because like that last scene, I think we see of her is her looking up towards she's facing upwards because she hears an airplane like traveling up, you know. Do you think that she could potentially she's gonna be like stuck with this same like grief that she had been surrounded by in these past, how long did the movie take? The movie was like 4 days, right? 4 or 5
That was
days.
pretty fast.
Yeah.
I think she'll move on because I think when her father dies, she talks to her brother about it, and he's something about death, and he says, "Oh, it's we all die, just like pain. It's just like planes passing over." And I think that happening was like her brother saying goodbye, and her kind of being able to like
Accept
move
it.
on. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I think. As much as one could move on after going through what she went through. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was my reading of it as kind of like a happy, somber ending.
Oh, I've seen this movie twice and I didn't even fucking make that connection. That's fucking awesome. When did the brothers say that about death?
When they're moving out of
Yeah.
the home.
Of their home.
Oh, so like in the beginning? Damn,
Yeah.
that's crazy. Make a mention in the beginning and then don't bring it back up until the very end.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And,
Fuck.
and there's symbolism.
Yeah. Huh. Do you think that she would have been more fucked up if she had the ability to see everything that was going on around her?
I think if she had the ability to see and she saw how fucked up Oliver looked, I don't think she would have like bought the whole. I think she would have been able to like be more on Andy's side because I think it was easier for Laura to like manipulate the situation because she was taking advantage of the fact that she was visually impaired.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think like when she starts to slip up, I forget what happens when she touches something, and then she's like,
At the end.
yeah, it's like, what is this? She's like, oh, it's just Oliver. And she's like, what type of hair does he have? She's like, oh, it's red and curly. And it was like straight hair.
Mm-hmm.
Was
He
it?
was like balding
He was
and
bald. Yeah.
like
Yeah. And she was like, oh, okay. And she was like,
that was finally what made it switch. Like, oh no, this is bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that it was her blindness wasn't just like a characteristic of her, but it also helped the movie kind of progress like thematically. Because you're right. I think if she would have seen it from the beginning, she would have been like, "What the fuck? This is all bad. Like I gotta get the fuck out of here." You know?
yeah, like, why didn't we take Oliver to the hospital? His lip looks fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, because Andy was like questioning things like, yo, what are we doing? Like, we need to get into the hospital now. It's like, no, we'll take care of it. I'll take care of it. And he's like, what do you mean? Look at his fucking face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She just locks him in a room all day. Like, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they party that whole night, and she just assumed Oliver was like locked up in the room the whole time.
He's just standing outside menacingly.
It's all mad neglect.
Do you guys think that because he had a demon in him, that's the reason why he was able to kind of survive all of the shit that he went through and all of the blood that he lost?
I think so.
Yeah, probably.
Because she like what does she do? And she's bathing him or something. And she's like crying. She's like, show me a sign, like show me you're worth it. And then like he turns on the water faucet.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, oh, okay. So like he has abilities.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We just didn't get to see any of those other things like flushed out. It was just like a small little like tidbit.
My
But I still think it
headcanon
was
is
pretty
that because he was in a child's body, he was kind of limited in the things he could do.
cool. He was weak.
Yeah. He wasn't like all OP like Payman. Like he couldn't like fly and shit
Yeah.
and like crawl on the walls. He was more grounded.
Yeah. It was also a different demon. He wasn't Payman.
Or he was an
Payment's
angel.
like a king.
Yeah, Payman was the king. Yeah.
That's true.
Payman was higher on the ranking, but not as high as Pazuzu.
No, as Pazuzu. Never forget. Pazuzu ran so Payman could walk.
Ooh.
So Payman can fly.
Yeah, there it is. That's a better one. Interesting fact, but I guess the Philippou brothers are supposed to direct the Street Fighter movie that's supposed to come out. But they left the project to do this movie.
Fuck yeah.
I haven't
Nice.
seen the Street Fighter movie. I'm sure it'll be fine. But this movie's for sure gonna end up being way better than that movie. I could almost guarantee it.
Is that the one with 50 Cent as Balrog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll take the over on that one.
Yeah. I think they're also doing Talk to Me Too, right?
Oh,
yeah,
are
they
they?
are. Yep.
Yeah. This
They're
should be
gonna-
cool.
They're
I
gonna
hope
do a sequel.
I hope it's with the same love and care that they did the first one with and with this one too. And it's not more of like a money grab situation because I feel like
Yeah.
sequels sometimes tend to
Is
be
it an
more money grab.
A24 movie again?
I don't know. I just know that they're doing it again. Hold on, let me check.
I mean, not every A24 movie's quality, but they don't play it safe. I'll give them that.
I feel like it would be. I feel like A24 usually has a good like marriage with its directors.
Has
Look at Ari
A24
Aster.
done a sequel yet? This will be the first A24 sequel.
It looks like an A24 movie. Yeah.
Have they done a sequel?
Have they?
Did they do Honora, or is that a Neon movie? Have they
Not
officially
too
won?
sure.
Have they officially won an Oscar yet? Is they 24 got an Oscar?
The X movies like
Oh, you're right.
Maxine,
Mm,
I
all
haven't
those
seen those. I want to, but I don't know which one's the first one.
X.
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 Yeah. It's X, Pearl, and then no.
Well,
X,
one's a
yeah.
prequel, isn't
Pearl,
it?
and then Maxine.
X Pearl Maxine.
Isn't one a prequel, or am I tripping?
Yeah, but it's better to watch X first because then you kind of get
Okay,
understand. Yeah.
because those are also horror movies, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right, should we get into our reviews?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Another interesting tidbit about I love this. Visit on your own risk, because I didn't visit the website, but I guess they made like a website to go along with this movie. And talk to me, it's like their universe is supposed to take place in the same universe. So it's a blackangeltapes.net.
Mm.
I didn't visit the website, but apparently it's a thing.
Nice.
Oh,
That's fun. And honestly, it makes sense once you finally see Talk to Me, you'll understand.
How red is this webpage? This is just starting glowing.
that's funny.
Once you see Talk to Me, you'll understand how a specific scene happened or why it looked the way it did in Bring Her Back. So definitely watch Talk to Me.
Okay, like I'm red now.
All of us.
That's old school, man. I feel like back in the day, movies used to have like accompanying websites all the time.
Mm-hmm.
In the early internet days.
Dude, Cloverfield, their whole marketing strategy was I think that set the foundation for a lot of these companies. I mean, most recently Long Legs, their whole marketing for the movie was
got my long legs.
their marketing for that movie was crazy. Like numbers on billboards everywhere that you'd call and it would be Long Legs. I don't know what he did. I never called.
Didn't
people are crazy because like with all the phishing sites, I'm like, I'm not calling this fucking number. The fuck?
Yeah. I think didn't the Blair Witch Project also do a viral marketing campaign too? That like that also kind of kick stuff off like the way we see it now.
I thought they heavy leaned into the like this is actual footage.
They did, yeah, and I think they made like a whole ass website of it was like a missing persons website for all the people that were in the Blair Witch Project.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember that one.
They super heavy lean into that.
I was a kid. That's a movie I haven't revisited
movie
in a long time, but that movie scared the shit out of me when I was a child.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in a long time too. Maybe we should watch that one.
Yeah, that could be a good one to throw on. The original cult classic, I think.
Yeah.
From our generation. Like that movie was like made for I think like $10,000 or something crazy like that. It like exploded.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to those
60,000.
60,000.
You guys remember the sequel?
It was bad, wasn't it? It was
yeah. So meta.
Blair Witch 2, The Witch Inning.
Oh, it was meta. That's right.
I remember it vaguely.
Yeah, it's okay. You don't have to remember it anymore.
Just random thought popped into my head, but I just found out that Jack Black and Paul Rudd are they're filming a movie about two dudes who want to recreate the Anaconda movie featuring Ice Cube and Jennifer Lopez, and that sounds fucking awesome. Like what?
It's a movie.
Wait, it's a movie about creating a movie
about wanting to make Anaconda 2 or Anaconda the remake.
Two guys, they're like, "Yo, we got to recreate Anaconda because we love this movie so much," and then they go and
so that's an original idea. That sounds hilarious. Nice. I would definitely watch that. I'm gonna watch the fuck out of that movie. I love me some Jack Black. He is getting a little played out, but I'll still watch it. Probably won't watch the Minecraft movie.
I never watched Minecraft.
It's not for us. It's not for us.
Have you guys seen the Jumanji movies?
I saw the first one. I thought the first one was funny. I never saw Jungle Cruise.
That one has Jack Black? It does, huh?
Yeah, he's in both of them. It's Jack Black, Kevin Hart, The Rock, and who's the chick? I forget. But the first one was cool. I liked the first one. It was funny. It's very Kevin Hart and Rockford. I heard the second one.
Uh,
So if you're not a fan of them, then you probably won't like it. Although I do want to see the Smashing Machine. That movie
what
looks good.
what about The Rock coming out and saying that he got pigeonholed into doing nothing but blockbuster movies?
Can you believe they fucking want me to
That-
make all this money?
Yeah,
Is that what he
the-
said?
Yes, dude.
Oh, wow.
He said the industry pigeonholed him. Like, dog, what?
Hmm.
You had it in your contract that you couldn't lose a fight. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Nobody pigeonholed you to doing anything.
There are all kinds of items on this Black Angel tapes. I feel like they could use all of this for different like movies. This is pretty cool.
Oh, is it like the world of like ritualistic shit? I didn't click on the
Yeah.
link.
Yeah. There's so much. Oh, I see the resurrection Tari resurrection tape. That's the tape that they had in this movie that we just saw.
What was it called?
Oh yeah.
Blackangeltapes.net. It's pretty cool. There's like so much. There's so much here that they can like pull from. They've created their own world.
That's cool. Did you guys get a notification due to increased bids have been paused? Yo, this line, this Timmy Tiger puppet looks really weird.
Mm-hmm.
Cape Death. Normie gets visited. Make an offer.
Crazy, bro.
Those,
Hey, what are you
these
buying?
Evil
You buying the
Blood
tape?
verified.
Is this like VHS?
I guess, yeah.
Damn, some floppies.
I know.
Vintage malware verified.
I know someone bought the. I know someone who bought the actual talk to me hand.
Oh, nice.
And it's a piece that you can like you pack a bowl and then you could smoke out of it. It's pretty cool.
What do you mean they bought the
But
actual
like
one?
they bought it. Yeah, they bought it from. It was like an actual like one that they sold
Yeah, A24. I think you can still buy it on the A24 market.
on A24. Yeah.
That's fun. All right, should we get into our reviews?
Let's do it up.
Love the viral marketing. All right, so this movie got which I found a little interesting. It got a 89% from Rotten Tomatoes, but only a 79% on the popcorn meter, which I found surprising. And IMDb gave it a 7.2. One thing I enjoyed about this movie, I actually don't know if it's like a plus or a negative, but this movie was not very like Australian. Like being Australian was not like pivotal to the movie at all. Every other Australian horror movie I've seen, like it's very like this is Australia. Like that wolf movie, I forget what it's called.
Wolf Creek?
Yeah, the dude's like hunting people.
Yeah. And that was basically if Crocodile Dundee started killing people.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe that's the only one I'm thinking of, and it just tainted me.
I think so, man. Because
Yeah.
I personally don't have like an extensive catalog of Australian horror movies
No,
to
what
pull
about
from, but
Babadook? Or is that New Zealand?
I think that one's Australian.
Well, no one in this movie really sounds. You know what it is? The Australian.
It is Australian.
accent is very light in this movie.
Yeah.
Everyone sounds regular.
Regular. They sound, you mean they sound like American, or do they just don't have a heavy Australian accent?
What did Chris Pratt say when he was playing? Who was it?
Mario?
Yeah, he's like Mario's regular now because like
Oh,
he didn't have the
fuck.
Italian accent.
Yeah.
That was my reference. I'm not racist. I love you, Australia.
Sorry. You
Although
you,
putting beets on your burger is fucking weird.
you triggered a thing. So I saw this video today about fucking Marvel Deadpool. He's the guy that has the cards.
Gambit?
Oh,
So-
Jason
yes.
Tatum, Channing Tatum.
So Channing Tatum said that for Doomsday, he's gonna tone down the he called it the Mardi Gras-ness of Gambit because it doesn't fit the vibe of Doomsday. So he's
He's not gonna have his like super terrible Cajun accent.
he's not going full Cajun. It's gonna be like lightly in there just because it's not Doomsday and it's supposed to be a funny movie.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I don't know why that made me just think of accents, but yeah, yeah. I guess there wasn't like too many. I didn't really hear the Australian accent too much.
I didn't really hear it at all, except for Wendy.
Yeah,
Is Sally Hawkins even Australian?
Let's check it out.
It's not important, but
I feel like she would be. I feel like the Philippous, they keep it within
She's
I guess
English.
within house.
she's
Oh.
English, right? Because she
Yeah,
was in Shape of Water.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
you'll hear it and talk to me.
Okay.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Bunch of larrikins or what?
Is that what they're? I forgot that was what they were called. That's funny.
All right. So it got a 7.2 from IMDb. Pretty respectable score. I'll go first because this was my first time watching the movie. Bring Her Back would be in my top 5 movies of 2025. I thought this movie was great. It was really, really good. It was hyped up because you guys compared it to Hereditary in our top 20 in our top 5 movies of 2025, and we unanimously considered one of the best movies amongst us for sure. So I went into it trying to tone down my expectations because I didn't want to go in and be like, oh, I expect Hereditary and then it's not, and like be disappointed. I wasn't. I thought that acting was phenomenal. The horror was also great. The body horror was amazing. The special effects were good. There's some genuine scenes that when I just think about it, I just got the chills right now. It just gives me the chills. It's gonna leave an impact. It's a movie that I've already suggested to like 10 people, and I watched it on Wednesday, I think. No, Thursday. I don't know. I watched it a few days ago, and I've already suggested it to a bunch of people. It's great. I gave it a B plus. Mainly because Hereditary I graded an A minus, and I think this is a notch below. It's a notch below Hereditary. I don't think it's at Hereditary's level, but it's definitely in the conversation with Hereditary. It is one of the best horror movies I've seen in a while. It's smart. It's paced brilliantly. The supernatural aspects are just there enough to keep you like intrigued and kind of on the edge of your seat. And Sally Hawkins did an amazing job, and Sora Wong, for this being her first movie, she did great. I'm excited to see where her career goes, and I hope she continues uh, acting because she was awesome in this movie. For this being her first movie, stellar job. I love when we get these movies. I love about the pod. We get people and see performances from people we've never heard of, and they just like knock it out of the park. This is a highly recommend for me. I think you have to put it on your spooky season watch list for this month, guys. You got to check out this movie. It is great. Yeah, B plus. Highly recommend.
Nice.
Why don't we go Twan next?
Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. B plus, and for the same fucking reasons. I don't know what I gave Hereditary, but I'm pretty sure it was in the A minus territory. So yeah, I'm right there with you. It's not as, and not to say that it's not good, but just Hereditary is damn near perfect, and this movie is just a notch below that. So B plus for me. It's a great fucking movie. Has some scenes that are gonna stick with you. The entire tone of the film is just feel bad. You're just gonna feel bad the whole time. There's no ounce of good until the very end, and even if that it's not really like a happy ending. It's just a feel bad movie throughout. And yeah, the Philippou brothers, man, they're gonna be if they're not already, they will be a household name in horror and modern horror. Can't wait to see what they do next. I know Talk to Me Too, like that's cool. I'm excited for a sequel, but I want more original shit. I'm excited for their next original story. I would definitely recommend this movie to anyone that hasn't seen it. And this movie just made me appreciate the movies more than ever. I after the second watch, I will say I didn't enjoy it as much as I did when I saw it in theaters. I don't know. It must have been just the environment because again that one scene and that reaction from everyone and just being there and sharing that with so many other people was fucking great. So yeah, this movie is awesome through and through. B plus. I recommend. Go watch it.
I agree. I'm definitely I guess I'm gonna watch Talk to Me, so don't want to get ahead of myself. But after watching this movie, I feel like this is a day one like the Philippou brothers films are like same with like Ari Aster. It's like, oh, new Philippou brothers movie. Go to the theater, check it out. Hopefully they can keep the momentum with their sequel. Saya, why don't you finish this off?
It's hard to add anything else to what you guys already said. I agree. B plus A minus. Just like a touch right below Hereditary, but still extremely well done. I think I told you both, like when I first saw Talk to Me, like I've been writing them hard. I'm a hard fan of them for sure, and I'm excited to see where they go, what stories they come up with. Sally Hawkins, just a solid acting. Sora Wong, also amazing acting. Jonah Phillips, you creepy ass child. I hope you continue on your creepy child career. Also, don't forget about Billy Barat as Andy. He did an amazing
Crushed
job
it.
too, trying to be like a really great brother. Everything about this movie was such a good time. And yeah, go to the movies. Go check out a movie at the movies when you get an opportunity, because I feel like these movies, I think a movie experience is made to be done with like other people, and it just adds to like everything that you're watching. B plus A minus for me.
Nice. And to touch on that, go to the movies. This movie had a budget of 15 mil and it made 39.1. So we got to support these creators. We got to, when good, innovative directors make good, innovative stuff, they should be rewarded for it. But it got a B plus A minus from Saya, a B plus from Twan, and a B plus from myself. It is a highly recommend from the three of us. It is in all three of our best movies of 2025 list, certified edition for the three of us. I would say up there with Sinners as competing for best horror movie of the year.
Yeah, I could see that.
Oh,
And Weapons. Don't forget about Weapons.
Oh, and Weapons. I haven't seen Weapons yet.
How
but
dare you?
I think it's out on streaming, so I'll probably check it out
It is.
soon.
Yeah.
It is.
I'll definitely check it out soon. Damn, I got to think about it now. Did I like this movie more than Sinners?
So I will say this.
No, I didn't.
Watching Sinners in theaters and then watching at home, I felt the same both times.
Mm.
So
Sinners was just like all around just entertaining. It's just such a fucking good movie.
Yeah, it's definitely it's a horror blockbuster.
Yeah.
But in all the good ways.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough to beat Sinners this year.
But I think they're different though. They're definitely different. Like Sinners is like an entertaining, fun, not really that scary horror movie. Or Talk to Me is definitely gonna make you feel some kind of way.
Bring her back.
Bring her back. Sorry, bring her back. It's definitely gonna make you feel some kind of way. And I'm excited to watch Weapons because I want to see where I put it in between the three of these. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for joining us this week as we covered Bring Her Back. Got a highly recommend from the three of us. We got a B plus A minus from Saya, a B plus from Twan, and a B plus from myself. Next week, like we said, no wheel for the next couple of weeks. We are doing our spooky season movies. So next up is who picked Terrified? Twan's pick. Terrified. So this will be the second movie that we cover by Damien Rugna. We did his movie last spooky season. Actually, the wheel chose it when Evil Lurks, which was up
that
there.
Was already a year ago. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It was a year ago. It was last year. And I would put that movie in the 80 some odd episodes we've done. I think When Evil Lurks might be in my like top 5 movies I hadn't seen before doing the pod. I think it might be. That movie was fucking nuts.
I still talk about that movie. Like I try to recommend that movie to people because
so crazy.
That movie was nuts.
So join us next week. If you haven't done so already, give us a follow on our social medias. We're on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Threads, X/Twitter, and occasionally on Twitch. As always, I have been your host, The Dale, followed by my two co-hosts, Mr. Saya.
Adios.
And Twan.
Bye bye.
See you guys next week. Bye.